In 2018, a 17-year-old Cry Fear fangirl called Sani would message a 24-year-old Rumpel and ask him for permission for a Cry Fear related project that they were working on. Because shortly after turning 18, Sani would end up sending Rumpel nude images of themselves. Worried that Rumpel was doing this to other girls in the Cry Fear fandom, Sani would then leak these messages publicly and accuse Rumpel of grooming. Rumpel took the folder containing the nude images of Sani and would screenshot it along with the geodata. This screenshot also came with Sani's location. Rumpel would then take this screenshot and post it into the general chat of the Cry Fear Discord server. And now we get into the second victim. The voice messages start off pretty bad.
But I did talk to Mary, and she told me like she would no way have another girlfriend. So my dreams got crushed. You already have a boyfriend, you know, it hurts to me to talk to you because you have a boyfriend.
I can do that. I can remove you from Facebook, Instagram. I can even block you from all the Cry Fear pages. Hell, I can even block you from playing the game ever again.
Granted, these conversations did take place when she was 18. Now, I asked him why he was talking to fans that were that young, and he literally just blames his Asperger's.
Someone's being a bit of a weirdo. Some of you guys watching might have played the popular indie game Cry Fear. It's become quite big over the years, with many people talking about it, like in their own video essays, saying how good it is. But unfortunately, that's not why I'm here today, because, you know, I'm a commentary channel. Recently, a channel by the name of Leon Talks a Lot uploaded a video covering some dumb allegations that he wants to bring to light about the married developer of Cry Fear, a guy called Andreas Rumpel, or by his more well-known nickname, Rumpel. In summary, people have covered evidence of the developer and his indecent behavior with fans of his game, and it's all being gathered in a Google Drive folder, which backs up Leon's video alongside conversations he had with Rumpel to try to get his explanation. And by the end, he realized that, yeah, he's pretty weird, disgusting, and fucked up, which is something that he does substantially prove in this video. Now, before I get into this, when I read the comments under this video, I think a lot of people came from this with the impression that he was a groomer, and I only clarify that because it doesn't really seem to be the case here, because both fans were of age at 18. Regardless of what I said, that should not excuse this fucking weird behavior, which you're about to witness. So the first victim of this bizarre story was a fan going by the name of Sani, who reached out to him first. And when he was 25, Rumpel, and she was 18, I guess they were getting on romantically, and she sent him nudes. And then somehow he started making accusations that he had nudes off her when she was underage. And that wasn't true, because he proved it. He proved it in the most bizarre way ever, right? So she made like very false accusations, that's very bad. But how did Rumpel go about on clearing his name? Well, he got the picture of the nudes where it had the geodata, the date to show like she was 18 at the time. But also below that, it had the location of the pictures, like very, very sensitive information. And he proceeded to get the nudes, barely censor them with the geodata below it, and then post a screenshot onto his public Cry Fear Discord. Again, barely censored. That was like the most bizarre thing of this whole story. I'll put up the video, so Leon can explain it, but it's so funny. Also, so people are saying in the comments below that this was a Discord where potentially they were minors, like fucking fans of the game, they were young dumb kids, and out of nowhere the developer fucking flashbanged them with barely censored nudes with fucking location of that poor person Sani being shown on there.
However, before this could happen, Rumpel took the folder containing the nude images of Sani and would screenshot it along with the geodata of those images, doing this so that he had evidence that he could use to protect himself. The geodata for these images included the device it was taken on, the date it was taken, and the location. So along with nude images of Sani, this screenshot also came with Sani's location. Rumpel would then take this screenshot and post it into the general chat of the Cry Fear Discord server. Now all of this...
Now, you know, can I just say right off the bat, there are like multiple better ways to clear your name apart from posting the screenshot, you know, the news onto your Discord. I think it's so funny. He could have just shown the geo data and that's it. And then maybe have like his own friend, you know, look at the news and vouch for him. That would be, you know, that would be enough. Much better than, you know, having the fucking nudes barely censored and then throwing them on Discord. And from what I can see, it seems to be like a general. Yeah, as in general. So, you know, any underage fans get flashbang, you know, right then and there. I mean, like, you know, it was censored, but like later on, Leon, his video, he goes on to like clarify how, you know, how little effort he put into censoring it. And I don't care to look at it. I mean, it is of age, but like, you know, I don't give that much of a shit. But I'm gonna let Leon explain how he put the bare minimum into censoring it.
I asked Rumpel about that, by the way, and he just went, yeah, I did that, saying that he posted it while he was sleepwalking from Ambien and that he only did it as proof to defend himself from the claim that he owned illegal images. Now,
yeah, this guy, I mean, you know, I feel bad for that person. Sani is, you know, a bit bizarre for making false accusations. You know, that's not good at all. But then you go out of your way to post on your own Discord, also bizarre. And then furthermore, also defend it in this Instagram comments, replies, whatever it is. You know, you don't have to double it down.
As proof to defend himself from the claim that he owned illegal images. Now, Rumpel does say that these images are censored. And just for reference, so you don't have to go down into the drive and look at that image yourself, here's Minecraft Steve. Here's how Rumpel censored these images. My brother in Christ, that is not enough. Besides,
so I can't really testify or attest to that, because I haven't seen it. I don't care to. But if that really is true, yeah, what a moron. You don't, I think, like I said before, at bare minimum, just show the date, you know, the geo date. No, just the date actually. That would have the location. So just having the date by itself, that would be enough. Hey guys, so a quick update. So while I was editing, I want to see if Rumpel felt regretful for his actions. Because, like I said before, that was a pretty big fuck up. And going back to the video, there was some Tumblr messages, comments, sorry, whatever, where he does say, like, he deleted after, where he says, besides, I deleted those censored thumbnails quickly after, but she decided to spread it further. She's spreading it herself, allegedly, as he claims. It sounds to me like she doesn't really mind it, just another way for her to further talk shit about me. And my harasser decided to use the screenshots as proof for her own false claims, directly out of context. So, you know, he's claiming that, like, you know, she posted a screenshot herself. I'm not sure about that, but I think the important part, or important section of this narrative, is that he does, you know, apologize for that, and he feels regretful for it. So I want you to add that to the video real quick. I mean, that should be enough proof that this guy's a bit bizarre, a bit fucked up, but later on, when we get to the second victim, you'll be like, oh my god, he really is a fucking retard. And what I'm talking about is a Ukrainian girl who's a fan of the game and talked with him, who goes by the name of Victim 2. She goes by that because, you know, she doesn't want to be, she don't want to be publicly involved in this. Fair enough. Now, for reference again, to prove that Rumpel's not a groomer, I went back to one of the images in the Google Drive folder, was from a Discord DM from Victim 2's friend, who explained that at the time when this happened, first of all, they met back in like 2014 when she was 12 and he was 23. Nothing bad happened, like there was no proof of that, so, you know, just I guess a friendly interaction, that's it. But then fast forward to 2020, when he was 29 and she was 18, he started falling in love with her. Well, also at the same time, remember, he's married. And then out of nowhere, he was heartbroken because he found out she had a boyfriend. And it's so bizarre. His dream of staying with his wife, while also being with Victim 2 as a girlfriend, that dream was ruined. Like, he even explains in the video, I'll put it up in a second, but like, this guy is so bizarre. Oh, and also prior to that heartbreak, he was so in love with her that he even offered to he told her to get her passport and fly out to him wherever he's staying, you know, so they could be together while his wife was away. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I did, however, also find these DMs provided by the second victim, where he allegedly asked her to get a passport so she can fly over when his wife isn't around. Granted, these conversations did take place when she was 18. When I asked
that you know, that's true again, but there's two bizarre aspects to the story. One, the weird big age gap is pretty big, you know, she was 18 and he was 29 from what I assume, you know, checking the dates. And also, what the fuck is interaction? Like, if you're a grown-ass man, don't ever use these fucking emojis. Hey, yeah, so I'll be home alone, wiggy face. I wish I could be alone at home, stone face. Want to be alone at home with me? Lama, why not? You have such a big collection of games. Hell yeah, I want. Haha, nice, me too. And furthermore, good boy, I bet your body's extra smooth now. Yeah, oh my god, I just stopped being horny. You just make me that. I can't help it. Monkey, I'm gonna stop reading right now. Fuck this shit. So that was a very romantic, one-sided setup. But then when he found out that she had a boyfriend, he completely collapsed under himself. Like, also, you know, warning for this section, he does mention like how he became shattered. He started drinking, taking pills, and also cutting himself. If you're sensitive to that, you know, click off or fast forward, whatever. But yeah, I only mention that now because, you know, it's important allegations, but also because later he does a 180 where then he lashes out against victim 2. Like, it's so weird.
The voice messages start off pretty bad, with Rumpel telling this girl that she was shattering his dreams by getting a boyfriend and not being Rumpel's wife's girlfriend instead, which neither of them wanted, by the way.
You know, last few weeks I started really liking you. And I told that to Mary too. That I started liking you. Well, she only found out now.
Also, again, his wife's called Mary. I feel so bad for her because she was like involved in the Sani stuff, and also she had to hear about her husband wanting to have like a harem with this random fucking fan that likes his game.
Actually, I did tell her that I liked you. So there's nothing. I haven't been lying to Mary or anything. Yeah, I know she knows everything. What? Like what? What did he tell her?
Also, like, this guy like sniffs a lot, like, you know, like crying, snibbling. It's so.
I didn't want to remove you from social media. I didn't want to break up with you as a friend, but I did talk to Mary, and she told me
he put Mary's poor wife on.
Have another girlfriend, and you also told me, you said no fucking way. So my dreams got crushed, and you know, it's
my dreams of having my wife around a similar age to me, 29, and also having a side piece who's 18. That dream got crushed. Andreas Ronberg, I feel for you, man.
I like you, and you already have a boyfriend. You know, it hurts to me to talk to you because you have a boyfriend, so that's why I removed you.
The way he frames her getting a boyfriend.
Yeah, on the one side, I do feel bad for him, but like this is a very weird, pathetic, disgusting setup where like there's a bizarre age gap, and then his weird expectations didn't come to fruition. I feel bad for him, but like, it's your own fault, dude. Right. Just because, you know, he was so depressed from this that he started, you know, committing self-harm. That's fucking, I feel bad for him. But also, he shows pictures to victim 2 in the DMs. Why would you do that?
So that's why
Gil is really crazy here. My brother in Christ, you are not entitled to this woman. Calling getting a boyfriend shattering your dreams is some next level guilt tripping, but it gets worse. She asks.
I think some people like take this as a manipulation, you know, to make her feel bad. Honestly, I think this guy's just a retard. Like, he's so, because you're about to see, like, you know, with that part, but also later on, how he does like a bizarre 180, as if, you know, like the depression, the self-harm never happened. It's
about him
weird.
Ending up in the hospital, to which Rumpel then sends images of him hurting himself and then insinuates that she's the reason it happened.
No, that's not true. I wasn't drunk. I was really sad. Yeah, I was really sad. It felt like it felt like there was no chance. And I was really sad, and I could not keep talking to you because of your boyfriend, so I had no option to remove you. And when I did that, I got really sad. I started drinking, I took pills, and I cut myself so bad. Yeah, I got really sad because of you.
Bruh. How do you have a wife and still act this holeless?
Okay, dude, like, I have no shit against this guy, but, you know, to take audio of some guy being like nearly suicidal and you be like, oh my god, you're holeless. You know, keep the jokes for later, just saying.
So, according to him, the reason he started drinking, took pills, and then proceeded to himself is because she got a boyfriend. This is also where the "I knew you since you were 12" quote came from, claiming that the betrayal of her getting a boyfriend hurt so much because he's known her for so long.
You know, losing you made me really sad because I've known you since you were 12.
Now,
You know, once again, like this guy, from what I've seen, from all the evidence we have right now, there seems to be no concrete case of grooming. However, that line feels so weird. Oh my god, I knew you since you were 12 and I feel so betrayed. Fucking stay off the social media, you weirdo. Okay, but now we come to the parts where I don't know like the time difference from, you know, those sad boohoo messages to this one, but like I think it was like, you know, in a matter of days he was like, fuck yeah, I'm blocking you. It's so funny because like, he says I'm gonna block you and he's gonna block her from playing his games. How he's gonna do that, I have no fucking idea. Like, it goes to show further that this guy is very mentally unstable and, you know, should get some help. But also, he should be held accountable for this bizarre behavior with his fucking fans.
Now, despite stating multiple times that the reason he ended up in the hospital was because she got a boyfriend, Rumpel starts to backtrack on this statement, especially after she implies that she's not responsible in the mildest way possible. Even to the point where, in my opinion, he even starts to straight up gaslight her about somehow making this about herself.
Are you even listening? I told you everything, but you misunderstood it. And you're making this about yourself again. This isn't about you. This is about me. You have nothing to do with this. And the reason why I removed you was because you have a boyfriend, okay? I would not myself over you. I would not kill myself.
Yeah, like if this was like a day after, that'd be so funny because you can just scroll up, you know, by like 10 pixels and find the pictures that you sent to her. Why you sent it in the first place, I have no idea, but the proof is in the pudding.
Or you. Don't try to make this about you.
I think at this point he realizes that his manipulation tactics aren't really working and just straight up switches to threatening her directly.
So what? What the fuck do you suggest then? Do you want me to remove you again? I can do that. I can remove you from Facebook, Instagram. I can even block you from all the Cry Fair pages. Hell, I can even block you from playing the game ever again. You can.
I can block you from playing the game. How, you retard? Also, like, I'm not sure if this was like a bluff, but like if you didn't block her, then like, my god, how pathetic are you? Being like, I'm gonna block you, and then next day, still not blocked, and still not blocked the week after that.
You can't play the game if you want me to. Or what the fuck are you saying? Everything, like my thing and all that, it's got nothing to do with you, so don't fucking bother about it. The whole world doesn't revolve around you.
So that was just very cool and edgy, lashing out on her for having a boyfriend and not making him cut himself, whatever. But also, there's a part in the video where, like, I'm guessing from Leon talked with him, like I said before, and the excuse he gave for why he was so infatuated with his fans previously was because of his Asperger's, and that's why. And I'm just gonna say the same thing as Leon. If you yourself have Asperger's and, you know, you're as bizarre and fucked up in the head as this guy, comment down below because I want you to know, because otherwise, yeah, I don't believe that being the actual excuse. You're full of shit. Also, that was a very funny part of the video because, like I said before, Leon talks to Rumpel, but I'm guessing, you know, like post-interaction, Rumpel was not happy with the way it went. So I think because Leon's scared of like him striking the video, he doesn't include like any of the interactions. All the stuff you see, you know, the evidence comes from the Google Drive that he has linked in the description. But if that excuse is actually real, that he blames Asperger's for being so bizarre with his own fans, then that's just funny. I'm sorry. Now for this section of the video, part 3 or part 2, whatever, I want to cover like some very minute issues I had with the video with Leon. Because I think for a lot of people, they go into this video with the assumption that it's going to end with him being a groomer. And there should have been some parts where Leon did clarify that it wasn't. Well, he did, but he sets it up in a very bizarre way. Like for example, when he goes into like the victim 2 story, he plays all the messages, and then at the very end, or, you know, like very close to, you know, as it stops, he says, nothing bad happened before she was 18. This is all in age. And me personally, you know, my setup would be saying it very clearly in the beginning that she was 18, because then otherwise, yeah, it does paint an image that she was underage, and you know, it paints this whole conversation in a much more fucked up light. Because look, it goes from this part where he said like he knew us since he was 12, and then, you know, he clarified that it wasn't like this whole thing, this weird romantic connection wasn't before she was 18.
That's the question. Did Rumpel do anything inappropriate with her while she was underage? No. I asked the
and
victim.
he did clarify that, but you know, like I said before, it's better to have it in the beginning, you know, of this victim to section, because otherwise you fool people like me initially.
And even she said that this is the case. Now, whether he's guilty of the G word, I'll let you decide. Now,
Yeah, that part as well, that's so bizarre. So he shows like all this very worrying stuff that, you know, might insinuate grooming, and then he says,
this is the case. Now, whether he's guilty of the G word, I'll let you decide. Now,
okay, you can make a video like this called Cry of Fear Dev Allegation and be like, is he guilty of some really fucked up shit? I'll let you guys decide. Like, you know, so far with what we have in the video and the evidence in the Google Drive folder, yeah, there's been no claims or proof of grooming. There's proof of like very fucked up behavior, you know, being deranged, but nothing about grooming. So, you know, me personally, I would make that very clear as daylight in my own video. Because like, once again, for a lot of people coming to this video, you really would believe that it ends with him being a groomer. But also, like, this is the intro. Like, let me play it.
the alleged where this comment is referring to is Rumpel, aka
That it begins with, you know, it begins the story with, you know, a comment like this. Game is good. It generally sucks that developer is a groomer. Also, he censors words like groomer. He says G word, and he censors cut and kill myself. When you check down below, this video is not monetized, so there's no worry of it being demonetized. And honestly, you know, stuff like this is important. You don't have to censor it. But also, like, this is the intro, like I said before, where he paints like a picture almost that he's a groomer.
aka Andreas, the creator of an extremely popular Half-Life mod called Cry of Fear. And immediately upon reading that, I was like, damn, bro, you got any fucking proof? And the Google Drive I was provided with made me very, very concerned.
Maybe really sad because I've known you since you were 12.
So I did what
Damn, she was 12 and he's, you know, fucking over 18. Damn, he's a groomer. Short case, all done. And also, I don't blame for this part, but there was a, like, near the outro where he slips up and calls the victims teenagers. Like, no, they were both 18, you know, from what you said.
Also, for the love of God, please do not harass anybody mentioned in this video, but especially Rumpel's poor fucking wife. Not a single woman on this earth deserves to feel the need to look behind them just to make sure that their husband isn't cheating on them with a bunch of teenagers. So
They're teenagers now. They went from 18 to teenagers. Yeesh. Now again, before I end this video, this was actually like a messier story than I expected. Because you go from like this bizarre roller coaster of like, oh, he's a groomer, to then, oh, Sani's making false accusations, to then, oh my god, why would he post a barely censored news in the Discord, to then finally, oh my god, he's just weird and fucked up in general. I haven't looked 100% to the Google Drive folder, so if there are parts I missed, I apologize for that. But in Leon's video, he does reference what he says in there, and he does show the important sections while cutting out the boring, menial stuff. He even ends the video by saying that Rumpel should resign control of the Discord and apologize to Sani, which honestly, that would be appropriate because he does something a bit weird and just unstable, to be honest.